If you have too much junk, this episode is for you. My guest today is Angela McLachlan, the founder of Sort My House, which is a home organisation service that's become a trusted name across New Zealand, Tauranga, Auckland and Hamilton and pretty much beyond as well. In 3 years, Angela's company grew from a solo operation into a 7-person team, serving over 300 clients with the mantra, clean space, clear mind. So, how did she do it? How has she become so pro at turning overwhelm into order, especially for busy leaders, busy entrepreneurs, busy mothers, busy parents who feel so buried in their junk, in their own stuff, in the mess, and how she just turns everything into like beauty. It's crazy, especially around COVID, because COVID was a really hard time and she made an amazing 30-day declutter challenge that exploded online. So I can't wait for this episode. I feel like I'm going to declutter my space and my home and my brain after this. So I'm sure you're going to get lots out of it. So let's see you inside. If you do like it, please subscribe and like this episode. Okay, see you inside. Organizing mess into tidy things. What a concept for a business.
Yeah, fascinating, right? And really simple.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that existed in New Zealand. And now that it's here, people can't live without it.
Yeah.
Such a simple idea.
Yeah.
And something that comes so naturally to so many people. And then obviously for multiple reasons, people lose the ability to keep their spaces tidy, having kids, busy lives, being overwhelmed, different neurodiverse conditions that are coming through as well. And so when I started the business, I really didn't think that it was going to be much more than like helping one person a week or something. I'm naturally organised and naturally need to have a clear space, clear mind around me to be able to function. And all my friends and my family are. And so I thought that everybody was like it and I'd just be helping like one person every now and then. And that hasn't been the case.
Isn't that funny? So you've always been like the organised person who has a perfect house.
I wouldn't say a perfect house. We have a house that's lived
99%.
Yeah. Or I always say if a friend calls me and tells me that they'll be over in 15 minutes, I'm not going to fret when they come in.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
You're ready
and
for
I
the
can
person.
just a quick whip around, and we're ready to have people around if that mattered to me,
It is so satisfying to clean and tidy things.
Yes.
Is that why you do it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Has it run out, the satisfaction, and because it's a business and there's all these responsibilities and things, or is it just the beauty of it is still there?
Yeah. No, I love it. The satisfaction of it is that dopamine is absolutely incredible. My house doesn't get as much love as it used to. It's like the builder's house is never finished.
So you need someone to do your house.
Yeah. Although my kids and my husband are similar to me, and so we all stay on top of it together. But and I would say over the years the satisfaction is still there, but there's so many other parts. It turns out I really enjoy business as well, and I get a lot of satisfaction from running business.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing. So I actually, interestingly, I had somebody say to me last week, we were looking at doing a partnership with their services and our service, and he said, 8 years old, I can't believe you're still on the tools. And I was like, mate, why wouldn't I be? Like, that's where the fun is, getting into the people's homes, pulling everything out, discarding, decluttering, helping them let go. Aside from the satisfaction I get from the physicalities of doing it, helping somebody emotionally, getting through, going through all of those things and helping them lift that weight off their shoulders.
Have you had any crying?
Oh, we get one a week. Yeah, it's really normal. It's really normal. And actually, like, there's a couple of the team who are more, who get the cryers more often than the others. So it must be in their empathetic approach.
Who's crying here? That your team or
the client?
The client. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
So either at the start because they're embarrassed, or at the end because they're so relieved.
And they're so happy that you're here.
They're so happy that we're there and that we're doing it, and we're taking away that complete paralyzing overwhelming
burdensome.
burden. Yeah.
What's the psychological impact that you think that your work has had beyond the physical tidy up? Yeah, like you were talking about the sense of relief.
Yeah. So, I mean, we all talk about the mental load, right? I mean, and that's something that's, the term is becoming more and more popular, and women and mothers carrying that mental load. The number of clients that we've helped that say to us afterwards, it's one less thing I have to think about. It's going to find the keys, and I get goosebumps talking about it. It's for a client going to find the keys, and they're in the place where they are meant to live, and they're finding them immediately, and then they're getting out the door on time. And it's tiny little things like that.
The other day, my brother couldn't find his key or my sister-in-law's key, and they took like half an hour. And it was in the bag.
Yeah, right?
Which they looked in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's...
But you can tell, like, there's just so much that's
and then you
going
get stressed, and then you're running late, and then you're forgetting other things, and then you're... if you're trying to get kids out the door and they can't find their shoes, and then you're scrambling, and then that means you're not starting your day on your best, foot forward, and your adrenaline's running higher, and your cortisol's running higher, and you're arriving into work, and you're already kind of tapped out, and then you've got to, reset again, and we've had a lot of clients who have said they literally feel like they've lost weight.
Wow.
Because of that sense of relief.
That's crazy.
And amazing. Or that they are able to focus on other things. That a lot of people will often have us in, they'll say, look, we need the whole house organised, but it's not within our budget. And I say, totally fine. What's your budget? We'll work with that. What are your biggest pain points? We'll start with that.
Oh, right.
Sometimes that's just enough to lower that level of overwhelm, so that then they can go and do all the other things, all the other spaces in their house.
Because you've done work with so many clients now. How many do you keep up? Have you kept track?
Yeah-ish. We've kind of, our database has got over 2,000 clients.
Wow.
And that's not our, because we have clients for our services, and then we have online customers for our products. Just people's homes that we've been into, well over 2,000 homes. Easily.
That's heaps of homes.
It's a lot. And the most interesting thing about the service and the business is that I would say 90% of our clients have us more than once. And I would say 50% of our clientele are regular users that have us 3 or 4 times a year.
That's a good model for a business.
It's amazing for a business.
Yeah.
I hadn't anticipated that at all.
We need a recurrent revenue. I really would love to dive deeper into the mechanics of the business, and how do you start a home decluttering business in New Zealand? How did you, how do you have that recurrent thing? How do you ensure that people come back to you? Do they just want to come back to you? All these things. So I don't know where to start. I have so many questions. I'm decluttering my brain right now.
I know, shame.
If you would restart everything again right now,
yes,
I think this is a good way to ask you, because you would have to force yourself to think, if I don't have anything right now, everything is lost, or I have to restart again. What do I do?
Yeah.
So now that you've done 8 years of business, we can go back and look into that. But if you had the 8 years, everything is done, you restart, what would you do?
Differently, or just what would I do in general?
What would you do to make it as successful, even 10 times better, 100 times better?
Yeah. Oof, that's a big question.
It's a big question.
Because there've been a lot of mistakes and a lot of learning.
I know. I want to hear them.
A lot of learning.
I really want to hear them all. Tell them all. Tell them all. We actually thrive on learning about mistakes and challenges, because people love hearing what they shouldn't do, and so they would avoid it. So it's really, really helpful.
Yeah.
So if we can dive into those, if you like, for us, and then maybe that's going to help inspire your answer into what would you do differently.
Yeah. Yeah, so lots of mistakes I've made along the way. I've done no marketing. And the beauty of that is that our clients have done the marketing for us.
Yep.
But if I had done more marketing, I mean, we could be helping so many more people.
Why did you not do marketing?
I just didn't get round to it.
What are we talking about here?
Like I've very rarely marketed the service. So we do social media. And that's actually, I mean, that is marketing, a form of marketing. But I've never done any paid.
Nothing paid.
Very small amounts of paid marketing for the service. Like, to put a number on it, I would say less than $5,000 in 8 years on the paid marketing for the service.
Wow.
I would.
You would do that now.
I would do marketing if I was starting again.
Yeah.
And I would probably, we started very small. It was just me. And I've always had big ideas and I've always been a problem solver. And I was like, this is what I can do to help people with their overwhelm and all of those sorts of things. And so I was like, no, of course we'll be all over New Zealand. Of course we will. The business did exactly what I expected it to do, but it still surprised me. So maybe I wouldn't be as surprised,
Yeah.
I would be more strategic. I don't think I've ever written a strategic plan.
Right.
I've only in the last 2 years started writing marketing plans for our product.
Because you started a business as a service.
Yes.
And then you moved into an online store.
Yes. In 2019, we started to bring in product because I couldn't find what I needed in New Zealand. And I'd lived all around the world and I knew it existed elsewhere. And so I was like, well, here's the problem. I can't get it in New Zealand. Here's the solution. I'll bring it in myself.
Yeah.
And so we started importing.
So all your products are from overseas?
Not all of them.
Some of them.
Yeah. The majority are.
Yeah.
And then we started researching and developing and making them fit the New Zealand market and all of that sort of thing. And that's been fun as well.
Yeah.
I've definitely, on the product side, made some $25,000 mistakes where I haven't checked. It's ironic because the job that I do is very high attention to detail, but having been spread too thin has probably been the issue. I didn't check the measurements on one of the products that we were bringing in, and then it got caught in COVID, in all the shipping delays and all of those sorts of things. It took 9 months to get here. By the time it arrived, it was the wrong size and it had gone moldy.
Oh, no.
And one of the mistakes I made is I didn't know that there was a thing called marine insurance. And so it all arrived moldy and I couldn't use it and I didn't have insurance.
Oh, no.
So,
how would you know though?
Well, and this is it. Well, you don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah.
So
wow,
that's been fun.
I want to get back into the service side, and you were talking
Yes.
about the marketing and not doing it enough. How would you tackle the marketing now? What would you do? Like, how did you taper it off? Would you think, okay, I'm happy to invest this much, I'm happy to look into this much, and happy to do that? Like, how differently would you do it? If someone listening thinking, I'm terrified of marketing, I don't want to spend any money, I'm afraid, like, I don't know if this is going to work, I don't know what I'm doing yet, so I don't know where to put my money. What advice, like now that you've done 8 years of this, how would you help them?
Yeah, I think offering excellent customer service and offering so many solutions that the clients do a lot of the marketing for you. And then I've never leveraged that. Most of our clients come from referrals, but I've never thought to do a refer a friend promo.
Right.
Or, I mean, I've thought about it. I haven't actioned it. So perhaps I'd do that. Or like a loyalty scheme for our clients so that they continue to come back to us. But a lot of the time they're coming back to because of the excellent customer service and what we're providing. I would look at doing some paid advertising in Meta, Google. So many people have said to me we should do a YouTube channel. I just haven't got there.
Wow.
That's something that I would put on the list, you know.
Yeah.
A YouTube channel showing what we do and how we do it in our before and afters. What a great way to market, to tell people. I mean, we already use Instagram mostly, a little bit of TikTok, a little bit of Facebook.
How successful has Instagram been for you? I'm really fascinated.
Yeah. I would say we still get 3 or 4 bookings a week through Instagram.
Right. I would love to get into that.
Yeah.
But let's finish off that marketing conversation. So what else would you do? YouTube?
Yeah. And then
paid Google?
Yeah. We've done a little bit of, we have done a little bit of like newspaper articles, editorials. I probably wouldn't do it again. I haven't seen any kickback from it.
It's really funny. Do you think it's visual? Your work is very visual?
Yes. Yeah, because you've got to see how what's happening, right?
Yeah.
We've done a couple of home shows. That was kind of...
Yeah. Well, how was that like?
It didn't really kick. Not for the service. Great for the product, not for the service.
Yeah, product-wise, you probably...
Yeah. So, yeah, home shows not really a thing.
But sometimes you have to try things until then for your business what's going to work.
Yeah, and so we've, I guess through the product side, we've tacked on the service side when it comes to doing a bit of that marketing. But yeah, like the home show, that was like we didn't, and I've done a couple of small little like local markets and things.
Oh yeah.
Crickets, nothing. We didn't even break even. Didn't even come close to breaking even.
Oh, interesting.
Chatted and had a great time. But have not seen anything come through from that pipeline.
You could always have a big booth with a massive mess over here.
Yes. Yeah.
And a massive tidy over here.
Yeah.
And challenge someone to tidy it like that.
Yeah.
In like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Yeah. Do a little competition.
Like get the children to do it. And then you drag in the parents.
Yeah.
That's your marketing idea.
Yeah.
And then film it. And then use anything that you do these days can be documented into having fun.
Yeah.
Because it's such a before and after business.
Yeah. And that's why I think visual has been so great. You know, and doing, YouTube would be a great idea. YouTube would be a great idea. I'm going to put that on my list for now.
This is your prompt.
Yeah, this is a great brainstorming session.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'll send you the invoice later.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I do often feel like I'm a bit of a marketing brain at times, because I speak to a lot of people on the podcast and so many ideas, so much out of the box thinking that it's imparted on me a little bit. And I also speak to lots of business owners, and as part of my work I need to think how else I can reach and speak to people. So when I sit with people like that, 2 people found me on the street the other day. One of them knew me. And they were like, hey, how's it going? They have another business, like an online business. And then the person that was with her actually said to me, wow, like you've got this podcast, you're talking to all these people, you must know a thing or two about business.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not an expert at all. And I just sort of rejected the idea of even giving them any advice.
But it's all there.
Yeah. And then funny enough, he said, here's our they gave me a brochure. They were trying to advertise their business with a brochure. I looked at it. He's like, well, what's happening with your brochure, with our brochure? I just gave them a few tips and they were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
you're right. We should change that. And they were so, I was amazed at myself. I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
But I love brainstorming things. So when it comes to your business, I'm sure you must have got an incredible brain for finding ways to solve problems, because you were saying I am a problem solver. Yeah,
I'm curious. I'm very curious, and I'm a problem solver. I had one of my girlfriends say to me, Ange, it astounds me. Everything's a possibility. Like you never think something's impossible. And I'm like, but it's not. Like there's got to be a way to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's great for business and that's great for the job that we do. Like there's always a way to help. There's always something we can do.
Yeah.
And even if we can't do it, we can help find the people to do it. you know, like.
Because you were by yourself when you started out.
Yeah. So.
Can you walk me through that journey?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So 2017, I had an 18-month-old at home and a 4-year-old, and I was working a full-time job, but I knew that I wanted to do another business, and I actually went to night school to do a certificate in business and to work on this other business, and it's still bubbling. The other business idea is still bubbling in the background.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But when I was there, I went and helped my tutor, my lecturer. She was downsizing from the 4-bedroom, 2-lounge-room farmhouse. She was empty nesting. The kids were on their way out, and she was moving into a tiny home. And she was complaining how much work there was to do and how overwhelmed she was, and she didn't know where to start and how difficult it would be. And I said to her, I'll come help. I'll come help on the weekend.
Yeah.
You know, I love sorting through things. And she was like, really? You know, and I was like, absolutely, I'd love to come and help. Went and did a Saturday with her. She said, I'll pay you. And I was like, oh, don't be ridiculous. And then thought about it a little bit more. I think I helped her again another weekend. And we were kind of sorting through all the boxes in the garage covered in dust and spiders and all of those sorts of things. And she was like, I reckon there's a business in this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think there is too. So I switched what I was working on at night school. So I still was working full time, switched what I was working on at night school, and thought I'm going to make a go of it. Dropped down to 4 days a week so that I could sort my house. Made a website on a Friday night. Me and Mum on the phone trying to find a name, like just spitballing a few names. Came up with Sort My House.
Yeah.
Made a Facebook page and loaded some really terrible images. I had no business plan. I had like none of that. And I had 2 days experience, you know, from my lecturer. Made a Facebook page, and we got our first client on the Wednesday. And I was like, right.
How?
Wow. Through Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody got in touch, and because it must have popped up as in Tauranga, a friend of a friend of a friend, look at this new thing.
Yep.
It's who you know, not what you know.
Yes.
And then went and helped this client, and then got another client through that. And then, of course, I got testimonials and loaded them into Facebook, and then started talking to all my friends and family.
Yeah.
Ended up, I got our website built through a contra deal where I sorted somebody's garage and she built me a 1-page website. And then it just, that kind of, the Facebook, I didn't even have Instagram at that point. Did that for so it was this September. And then people in Auckland started to get in touch in the January and the new year. And so, and it started to get busy. And so I chucked in the old job, dove all in on Sort My House, finished the business certificate, still didn't really have a plan, just kind of thought, oh, well, this will be fun. And, you know, we'll see what we can make work. And then employed my first person up here in Auckland in the January. A
few months in.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then just kept going.
Yeah.
And going and going and going. And yeah.
I love how summer is just around the corner here in New Zealand, which means one thing, let's get out there and have some fun on the beach. Who wants that? I do. My friend Jürgen at Hibiscus Jet Ski is giving away free jet ski rides for 2. I tried it, I loved it, and I thought what a great way to get out of my comfort zone. Yep. If you want to be in to win, click the link in the description to enter. You were saying like you were not surprised.
Yeah.
But like you expected it to go well, but it's going well, but you're still surprised.
Yeah. So because I've got big ideas and everything's a possibility, everything that I think and have thought that the business could do, it's done. But then I'm like, look at that, it worked.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm almost shocked. And when we get, we've just picked up a couple of big contracts, and we didn't ask for them.
By like
big service contracts by big companies.
Oh, yeah.
helping people declutter and move into retirement villages.
Oh.
And I wasn't looking for it.
How did they find you?
Exactly. So they found us through somebody else.
Yes.
We moved in a client's parents into a retirement village.
Right.
Did an excellent job. And then the village manager came and said, oh, look, is this something you could repeat? And I was like, absolutely we can. And so I didn't know that we could do that, but we were ready when the opportunity arose. And I guess that mindset of anything's possible. I was like, well, okay, this is what I need to do to make it work. We need to hire more people. We need to get some better processes in place.
Did you ever need the funding or
No,
a boosting of
nothing.
funds like that?
No. So started the business without any debt.
Yeah.
And only took debt later when we bought a warehouse.
So you have a warehouse now?
We have a warehouse now. Yeah. So we purchased that in 2022, I think.
What do you do for the warehouse?
That's where we keep all of our product. Yeah.
Okay.
So all of our organizational product for our online store. But yeah, so no debt. I mean, I ran that business off the sniff of an oily rag for a good 2-3 years. Really like,
Yep.
I don't know, like wasn't earning a lot, was reinvesting everything back in to it, was doing as many freebies to get what I needed, was going to every free workshop that was out there, watched so much YouTube, listened to every single podcast about everything that I could find information on. Did, once Canva started, did do a lot of stuff on Canva, and then now I have somebody that helps with like make it better.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, but like really, like I remember when we went into our first lockdown, I looked at our monthly spend on what costs needed to be covered.
Yes.
And if I didn't pay myself and sorted everything else out, and changed from the paid version to the free version and all of those sorts of things, I think it was under $1,000 a month, and I could still keep the business alive. And I was like, so that's all I need to do. I just need to sell $1,000 worth of product a month, and we can still have a business if COVID is horrific.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of trying something and it failing, a lot of failure.
What's been the biggest failure?
Oh, there's been a lot.
Or maybe like the one that really
the things that I learned the most from
imprinted on you and really taught you a lot, and then now you're welcome to teach others.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I've learned is changing my mindset that there's never an organising emergency. It's not the end of the world, and to allowing myself to fail and then being okay with that.
How did you get to that point? Because this is a big deal, especially for women, eh?
Yeah, giving myself grace.
Yeah.
How did I get there?
Yeah, because did you struggle with it at the start? Were you like when you were failing, or not failing, but there's no such thing as failure, by the way. It's all about, it's a learning experience.
Yes.
There's no failure here. We have to remove the failure word out of the dictionary, I think, because we're afraid of it. I have a negative response from failure. Yeah. I think I grew up, especially like working in other industries away from media and podcasting. At university, you're taught not to fail. Yeah. Or to stay away from, or even parents saying, be careful. Yeah. Have to be so careful. There's not a lot of grace. So you're like, oh, I better get it right. And I'm not going to do it, because if I do it, I'm going to fail. And if I'm going to fail, it's going to be painful. Yeah. It's the pain, it's the emotional. So how did you get over that? Was it because you went through some experiences and challenges, and then you didn't work out, and you're like, oh, it's okay? Yeah,
I think so. Like resilience. Yeah. I mean, like having that resilience to keep getting up, getting knocked down, and just thinking, oh, well, didn't work, up we get again. And anything is possible. And I guess I don't know if that mindset comes from nature or nurture, but having that resilience and making mistakes and then being like, oh, well, and, you know, like, I mean, the number of times I've been like, that's it, I'm selling the business, I'm getting out. And then I'm like, no, don't be silly, because you're changing so many people's lives.
Yeah.
But I guess it's taking the time to reflect. And as
Right.
the business has gone along further, it's almost caring less about the business than I originally did, which has enabled me to stay in the business. Caring less about the mistakes that might be made, caring less about, because I would say I'm a perfectionist. I'm a Virgo. I'm a perfectionist. And just learning to not, you know, something happens and just instead of overthinking it and really stressing about it, just letting it go. And then that is like a muscle and it gets easier just to let all of those thoughts, you know, I did such and such wrong, but the only way that I'm going to grow from it is if I try something else again and then that succeeds, and then you build on those successes. And that proof, I guess.
Did you ever feel like you were tired of it all?
Oh yeah,
like I can't keep going. I'm
100%.
I'm so tired that I can't have the creative mind to even think clearly, and I don't know if I'm doing this right. I mean, that's what a lot of people go through with business.
Yeah, so I would say like burnout.
Yes.
Without using that term loosely.
Yes.
But
yes.
I would
it's hard
say,
to know if you're burnt out or not.
Yeah,
really.
and as a female and a mum and all the other things that are going on, you know. But COVID was a lot to get through. And then I think into 2022, we were 5 years old. We'd survived COVID. I still had a business. It was still going great guns. I'd made mistakes like hiring the wrong people because we weren't able to meet demand.
Yeah.
And so I would just grab whoever I could to fill, you know, bums on seats. And then they weren't the right people for the job. And then we had some toxicity come into it and the culture. And so we had to work on that. And just from making the wrong hires.
But what did that teach you?
Oh, like move fast. If somebody's not right, don't. As empathetic as I'd like to be, as a business owner, I kind of moved into that business is just a game. It's not.
Do you think like that now?
I do now.
Business is just a game.
It's a game. It's a game more than it's. I mean, obviously, what we're doing is life changing.
Purposeful. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But from when I'm thinking about a lot of the decisions that I'm making, the big picture decisions, I'm kind of like, well, we'll give that a whirl. But if it doesn't work, then we'll find something else that works. Rather than really overthinking it and really kind of making it the most important thing in the room, I guess.
So you hired, you know, I hear that so many times, by the way, from the guests that we have on the show.
Yes.
Almost every single person who've said a mistake, it would have been a hiring mistake.
Yeah, multiple.
And I don't know if it's avoidable.
I don't think it is either.
I don't think also it's a mistake. I think it's you're just trying something and you're seeing if that's going to work. Like I've had it in my life as well. And it's just about trying, I suppose.
Yeah. And through those people, learning what works and what doesn't work. And also about myself and what, you know, the way that I trained somebody in 2018 to the way that I now train new staff, new team members, completely different. You know, because back when baby sort my house, baby Ange doing the training, first, third person ever, I am teaching them to be exactly like me and to do everything the Angela way. Whereas now I'm like, you've adulted this long, you've done well, you've got the personality, you've got the empathy, you've got the nurturing response that we need, and as long as you can work well with the clients, then I don't mind if you put the spices in alphabetical order or if you put them in herbs in one place and spices in the other. That doesn't matter anymore.
I see. But it mattered to you before.
It definitely, in that first
you were like, it needs to be that way.
Yeah, because I was like, well, this is kind of how we do it, and it's working really well, and so let's do it the sort my house way.
Let's not deviate from what we know.
Yeah. But and so I've learned over the years, and a lot of the team that work for me, we're very different people, and we laugh about how different we are, but we still get on really well because we've got the same values and we're all there for the common goal. But and that's okay. Like, I don't need to have everybody around me that's exactly like me. And it's been beautiful learning off them, all the different things, with the business as well.
Yeah. So we talked about mistakes that you made earlier on. And you talked about, decisions, I suppose, and then hiring the wrong people. If someone listening going, I really need some advice on how to hire a good person, how would you do a good hiring process? And I actually did have another question for you that was amazing in my head, and now I can't remember it, which I'm really sad about. So if I end up typing,
okay, that's fine.
That's because I just don't want to forget it. Sorry,
yeah.
But tell me about that. How would you hire right now? If you, or how do you hire now?
Yeah,
so good people.
I hire for personality, for that really kind of open, can-do, problem-solving attitude. Personality a lot, and then the skills secondary. It was flipped. I used to hire for skills, and because a lot of people think that they're organised and they're not organised to the same level that we're organised, and a lot of people have applied for jobs with us, and I'll be like, so I always get somebody to send me a photo of their pantry.
No way.
I always get somebody to send a photo of their junk drawer, their wardrobe, their linen cupboard.
What is that going to tell you about them?
Well, there's certain things that you can see when you're looking at a photo.
What do you see?
Well, first of all, if it feels calming to look at it, if I'm feeling calm looking at a pantry, then that means that if it's organised that way for somebody else, they might also feel calm.
Right.
So
you're wanting to see if they have this ability to create that atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what if they just take a photo of a clean pantry, but it's already been messy?
If it's clean but disorganized?
No, like if it's usually messy, and then for the sake of the photo.
Oh, they've tidied it up. Photo. Yeah, but even if they can do that.
Okay, so that is the skill that you're looking for.
Yeah,
interesting.
And it's tiny little things, and I don't want to give it away because there's definitely some things that I look for.
Of course,
but, one example is...
Well, this is going to help you get good people.
Yeah,
if someone is listening.
Yeah. The tins, for example, the canned goods, just having all the labels facing the same way. Such a simple idea, but you'll be amazed at how many people apply for a job and the tins are not facing the same way.
And that just bugs you.
And it's if I notice it, then somebody else is going to notice it.
Of course.
And also, I mean, it's so small and minute, and it's not the reason to not hire somebody.
But it's part of the job.
Be taught. But if they already have that skill,
it's an easy nice.
Yeah.
Would you someone who knows how to organize the tins versus someone who doesn't know how to organize the tins, you're like, I'll just pick that up.
Yeah. So
it's such an attention to detail business.
It really, really is, which is really ironic because I am diabolical at so many attention to detail things and being organised. But the team are, what do they say? Hire better than you are.
Yeah, be around people who are better than you.
Yeah. So the team, and I know, bless them, that I annoy them a lot because I am the risk taker, the one that's got all the new ideas, the one that wants to move quickly on all of these sorts of things, the pew pew, go. And a lot of the ladies, because it's all ladies that work for us, they are process driven, attention to detail, like to know what's coming next people. And that's why they're so wonderful, and that's why the team is so amazing, and that's why the business is doing so well.
Yeah. I think you were talking about excellence.
Yeah.
And I was fascinated that you kept that sentence going, and that's because a lot of people now see your excellent work, and the products, the outcome is nice. So how have you made sure that it's excellent all the time? Do you how do you even trust, if you're hiring somebody and do you go and check how do you do that?
Yeah, I'm still on. I do a lot of the bookings, and I make sure that I try and work with everybody. So tomorrow, for example, the whole Auckland team, we're all in one house together and we're all working on a job together. And that just gives me a great opportunity, to catch up with them all and see them all, and for me to get my dopamine hit. But also just to see that if there's anything that needs tweaking or if they've got any questions. But to maintain the excellence throughout 8 years, in 2020, after 2022, when I really struggled and I was ready to get rid of the business, we downscaled a lot.
Did you?
And
was
got
that
rid of all the dead wood, all of the people that weren't performing weren't offering our customers the service that they deserved.
Yeah.
Probably
you mean the staff? You had to let go of some staff?
Yeah. And went probably halved the business and took a breath. And
did you take less work to breathe?
Yeah. I mean, because it was that or getting rid of the business altogether. And so I almost hibernated over the December, January months and went away. So I think we were like 5 years old. I hadn't had a day off in 5 years because I've been on social media. I had gotten through COVID. And I just said, I'm having 2 weeks away. And I'm not answering anything. And we closed, and I didn't go on Instagram, and I didn't go on social media. We closed the warehouse. I told the whole team, I'm not available. Came back from that, and I was like, we grew too quickly. I hired too fast. Because the demand, when we were allowed in people's homes, the demand was massive. And prior to that, 2017, 18, 19, we were growing at a really steady rate anyway because of, the Marie Kondo show. KonMari Method had come out, the Home Edit had come out.
Heaps of other shows on Netflix.
Yeah, lots, exactly. And so it was something that was becoming more acceptable to ask for help around the home in that way rather than just a cleaner. And so, 2023, I just kind of went to ground almost and then started to rebuild. So, and that's been amazing. And that's because I know that we weren't offering great service at the end of 2022, and that really disappointed me. And I knew that we could, and we just needed to regroup. And we had, there was a lot of stress for everybody at that time. But we had a couple of clients who were real a-holes, and I was just like, why? And then the team, the great ones of the team were like, why are we helping these people? I'm like, why are we helping these people?
Why were you helping those people?
Because I thought that we should, but that's when we kind of learnt that we could say no. And
was it like part of the starting of your business is it was really hard to reject business because in case
a little bit.
I suppose it's at the start you just want to do well and have a lot of clients and get good reviews and grow.
I mean, we didn't really get any bad customers until that 2022 2021 COVID stress. Everybody's more stressed out about everything. And money was, people not paying their bills and having to chase them.
Oh yeah. That's annoying.
Yeah, just just me learning to be tougher and just to say, look, we can't help you if you've been late the last 3 times. Cancellations last minute, all of that stuff.
How do you deal with that? How do you deal with cancellations last minute?
We now do a deposit.
Yeah. So I need to see an investment
we want
from
50% before we.
So I see. I know that you're serious. Yeah. And how do people respond to that now?
Well, if they don't pay, we don't go. So they pay and we turn up.
Has that helped you? I don't know. How has it helped your business? Have you seen obviously better clients? I suppose you would see better clients because the ones that pay are the ones that are serious. Yeah.
And I think. I mean, 98% of our clients are absolutely incredible humans, and because we spend a lot of time with them, I mean, I've had clients from 8 years ago, and I'm still going to their houses.
Still tidying up.
And we're still going to help them.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Which is a whole nother thing, because people will often say, why can't they just do it themselves? That's a whole nother thing.
Oh my gosh, it's true. I want to talk about the recurring revenue aspect of your business.
Yeah, fascinating. I really thought we'd be a one and done.
Yeah, one-off or regular, continuous?
Yeah, I really thought we'd go in, we'd sort the pantry.
Yeah.
And thanks very much for having us, you know. But no. And that's been really interesting learning that. So we have a subscription program now.
Oh, really?
Because so many clients want us regularly.
That's a smart move.
A client suggested it. She was like, would you? And I was like, yes, of course, I'll organise that for you, you know.
And then scale it to everyone else.
And
obviously it'd be a bit more affordable for people if they continually use your service, but that means it's loyalty as well.
Yeah. So they pay monthly. We go, well, it depends. We've got one client who has us weekly.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then we have clients who have us monthly or quarterly. And it's just a direct debit that comes out. They don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
One of the big things is, especially with the subscription, is that we're taking away that mental load of them having to call us, them having to book us, find an appropriate time, them having to pay the bill. And so by setting it all up, we're telling them that we're coming, we're letting ourselves in, they're flicking us a text message or whatever and saying, you know, little Johnny's room could do with a sort this time,
right?
Or the pantry needs to go through, and then they get home and it's all done. Yeah. And it's been, that's been really nice. We do the whole house before we start that, so that the whole house is up to a Sort My House standard.
Oh, what do you mean? Like, I like it.
Yeah.
But what do you mean? Like, do you go, and if you're working with someone, you have to clean everything up in the house and then go deeper into, like, how does that work?
So we I call it hurricaning the whole house. We get the whole team on, we whip through every single space, every single cupboard, every single shelf, every single drawer, and we remove, declutter, and then we categorize, and then we give everything a home. And so then when we're coming back, we're resetting things back into their home, or kids' toys, for example, we're rotating the toys, we're moving on anything broken or moldy, or, you know, in the pantry, we're refilling jars and containers and moving on anything that they haven't used. Or, I mean, the number of empty packets that sit in people's pantries because they just don't see them, or the kids don't see them. And so once we've hurricaned the house, that's kind of the starting point that we're looking to maintain through our subscription service.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is there a specific amount of people, or specific, like, do you only do subscriptions for house cleaning, or do you do a subscription if someone needs your help in a certain part of the house?
Yeah, so subscription would be just to maintain that organisation. To maintain the organising that's happened in there. And that could be anywhere. And
what's the messiest part of people's homes?
Well, the room of doom is something that a lot of people talk to us about. But the biggest pain point is the kitchen.
The biggest pain point is the kitchen.
Yeah. The kitchen's the one where most people spend the most time, and is the train station of the house, you know. And
that's true, actually. It's the heart of the home.
Yeah, it's the heart of the home. And if it's not organised and it's chaos and you can't find anything, and, you know, and it filters down in the kitchen to healthy eating habits, and saving money, because, you know, if you can't find anything, you've got 6 rices but no pasta, and you're not using the rice or whatever, and things are expiring, or ants are getting in, or there's a lot of benefit to having the pantry, the kitchen organised. That's not just for the organisational purpose.
Quick one, Mina here. Thank you for watching this episode. I appreciate you. Thank you for all your support. one thing that you can do for me is to please hit the subscribe button below. I promise you that if you hit subscribe, I'm going to work hard to make sure that my episodes are really good, that will get better and better. So, do we have a deal? Okay, back to the episode.
You know.
Gosh, I just had another idea for you. I can tell you off air for a business. So, have you ever been shocked badly when you went to someone's home? Like it was like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. Or like
yes.
what, like you were like, this is normal. Do you ever get shocked?
I don't get shocked anymore.
Yeah.
I definitely and do you know what the most interesting thing is when we go into a space and it's particularly bad, we're almost excited to get started. And so rather than being like, oh my gosh, this is terrible and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, there's no time to overwhelm, just time to get in and do the work.
It's like, oh my gosh, let's go now.
Yeah.
You know, like quick, like right, I'm taking off my jacket, let's get stuck in.
Yeah.
There's been like we've worked with we haven't worked with clinical hoarders, but we've worked with clutter collectors, and that slight difference is clutter collector is normally somebody who's got in touch with us by themselves. Clinical hoarders is an external.
I was just going to say, touch on that point as well.
Yeah, an external person. So we've had a couple of people where we've worked with alongside
an
organizations where they call us. So mental health, ACC, disability services, lots of those organizations.
How do they find you?
I don't know.
Just
I
connections.
Need to ask them that. Connections.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
That is such an interesting collab.
Yeah.
Between the government sector and the private sector.
Yeah.
And it is makes sense. Like, why not? Like,
yeah.
Because like you do help reduce that sense of overwhelm.
Yeah. Yeah.
For people who are struggling in those areas,
especially the neurodiverse community.
Yeah.
That's really.
What have you found?
ADHD, like a lot of women, adults, recently diagnosed with ADHD, having ADHD, and then them kind of going like, ding. That's them understanding that's why their house is in chaos.
Yeah.
And then getting in touch with us. We helped one person. She put it on an ADHD Facebook page, and then we've been inundated ever since. With helping people with ADHD.
That is so good.
And so then for me as a business owner, I'm trying to find suitable training for our team.
Right.
To learn more about neurodiversity and organisation.
Yeah.
And that's not easy to find.
No, that's a new skill. There is a nice, I'll tell you off air as well.
Yeah, yeah. We probably have to go offshore for that training.
We probably need to have a coffee after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's but back to the
very interesting. It's so beautifully it's just going beyond what we expect.
Yeah, and hopefully what's seen on our social media, because a lot of what we show on our social media is the pretty stuff.
You do, yeah.
And I'm very honest and open.
You have a big social media following too, which is really cool.
Yeah, and we always ask everybody before we show anything, and
right, okay,
that's one of our rules.
Okay, good to know.
And actually, recently I haven't been shown as much as we used to, because I've not been on the job as much, on the tools as much.
On the tools.
But when we first started showing people what we were doing as we were doing it, really opened it up for it to be okay, for it to be normal. That's a really different type of work compared to the billionaires' homes that we're going in and organising, and that's really different compared to the really overwhelmed mama who's trying to work a full-time job, hubby's doing a full-time job, and they've got 3 kids, and there's sports and there's all of that going on, and I think through showing it on social media, it's made it more okay that everybody's homes look like this, or could look like this, or more people's homes than what is normally shown on social media.
Yeah.
And then making it okay to ask for help.
It removed the perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because social media, Instagram, is a lot of it is about perfect and looking amazing, and there's no fault.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is very stressful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And embarrassing. And
Yeah, embarrassing, shameful.
Yeah. Yeah. So so that's where social media has been amazing. And then just through having so many clients and through having so many avenues that we're working through, having a bigger team and being more available, more people are like, oh, like when I tell people now that we're 8 years old, they're like, what? You've been doing it for 8 years? And I'm like, yeah, and we're busy and we can't meet demand. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And especially middle-aged men, they really struggle with the concept of somebody going in and organising their house.
Really?
Really, they really struggle with it. Why can't the homeowner do it themselves?
Obviously, you deal with a lot of women then.
Yeah.
There's the men. But why do you think that is? What have you found throughout the whole 8 years of dealing with clients? What's the psyche behind it?
Well, New Zealand has a great can-do attitude, right? Like, I can do it. Of course I can do it. And
DIY.
Yeah, the DIY. But they don't. And COVID was amazing for our business in that sense, because the number of people that emailed me in that first 5-6 week lockdown and saying, well, I've always had that room of doom I thought I was going to sort out if I just had some time at home. I've been home for 5 weeks and I haven't sorted it out. As soon as you're open, can you come back and help?
Wow.
Yeah.
Even in lockdown.
So people recognizing that they were locked in their homes and that thing that they were going to sort out, they haven't sorted out. And so our business got busier.
So it's really interesting because I was watching a YouTube video the other day about business ideas that people can do right now. And the guy was saying, please don't think that this business idea is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's so simple. People will pay for it because they don't have time to do it. If they had time to do it, they would have done themselves. This is why people get someone to take out the trash or the rubbish in New Zealand, or someone to come and babysit. I mean, trashing and babysitting is not equal. So sorry, I'm not trying to be like inappropriate here, but this is why people pay other people to do stuff like you guys. Yeah. Because they don't. Because you have to have that mindset of, I am needed. Yeah. Yeah. I am needed. I am necessary. Sometimes, can you speak into businesses who perhaps are struggling right now in terms of their businesses being slow or going through that motion? And how do you, what can you tell them in terms of having that regular clientele? What can you do to help them? I don't know. What sort of mindset, what do you need to do to get clients and be up and running?
I think one of the things that I've learned in parenting and business, somebody said to me, it's all a season. And that I was like, oh my gosh, it is just a season. I'm not going to have a baby waking me up every 3 hours forever. It's just a season. And with business as well, it's just a season. And then I joke about us when we're really busy. And I'm like, so we're in our busy season right now. September till December is our busy season.
Is it?
But it's just a season. It's come January, it normally gets a little bit quieter. And I'm very vocal about that with our whole team. And so everybody knows we're kind of crazy busy now, but January is when we can really rest and reset. For other businesses, and I know it's so tricky out there at the moment, and it's kind of been a bit scary watching so many businesses that are struggling and not making it through. And that's been horrible.
Yeah.
I am thankful that we didn't have any debt, haven't had any massive debt, because I think if I did, we probably still wouldn't be here because of the downturns when we've had downturns. Yeah,
because you have downturns where there's quiet phases. What did you do in your quiet phases?
Pivot.
What did you do?
I know that's such a word.
I know. I love that word. No, it's good. I love the word pivot because it means that you're clever.
Yeah.
And so what did you do?
A lot of pivoting.
Yeah.
So really bulked up the product offering instead of the service.
Right.
And so for a long time there, our product was bringing in 75-25% compared to our service.
Like in other terms, diversifying.
Yeah.
Doing different things to try and...
Yeah. And then looking for new clientele. So this new retirement stuff that we've got, I mean, I didn't look for that, but we were available to take it on and we've made it work. And now that's really bolstering, and that's one of the reasons the business is continuing to expand and grow. But I guess just being open to trying. I mean, when I started the business, we used to sell items on behalf of other people, like
Really?
on Trade Me and stuff.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, like it is not a lot of fun. But I've tried it all, you know.
But that you're not doing that anymore.
No, we did it very briefly.
Yeah, interesting.
But just trying.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got so many ideas still of so many different avenues that the Sort My House brand could go down. We actually own the Sort My Life domain name. Because so many people are like, well, once you've sorted my house, could you also sort my insert whatever here?
No way.
So, you know, so there's like if
Wow.
if robots came in and started doing all the organizing,
Right.
then what else could the Sort My brand diversify into?
I love that you said the word brand, because that was the next thing I was going to ask you, just about how important is branding when starting a service business in New Zealand.
Yeah, more important than I thought. Much more important than I thought. I really, thought of the name in 3 hours and just chucked it out there. And then somebody said, what do you want your logo to look like? And I said, I really like the box around the white company logo. Let's just do Sort My House in a box around it. And that's all we've done, and I haven't changed it.
That's so good.
We are getting to the point now where I'm starting to feel we need to refresh the brand. It hasn't changed.
No,
our colours haven't changed.
I can see it on
font
Instagram.
Hasn't changed.
Your profile photo is the same as it was 8 years ago.
Yeah,
and I love that. Do you know?
Yeah,
it's the McDonald effect.
Yeah, it's the consistency. I hope that lets everybody know who we are.
It's the McDonald effect.
Yeah,
we're still okay with the M.
Yeah,
we don't hate the food.
Yeah.
I mean, some people don't hate the food.
Yeah,
but like too much change. But I want to. It's not about me here. I want to ask you, like, with branding, like you were talking about how important it is. Can you tell me the specifics, or a little bit more, deeper into how did you move from not understanding branding to getting it, to trying to stick to it, to now really focusing on it and keeping it close to your heart, kind of thing, like,
Yeah, I would preface it by saying I still don't know if I know, and I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah.
But lots of trial and error. And I guess because at the start I was my target audience, I needed and I am looking for something that I like. So the colour of our website is one of the main theme colours of our website is blue, because I just like the colour blue. We use a lot of black and white because that, for me, that signifies really clean, crisp, clear, which is what I want people to feel when they're thinking about Sort My House. Just having simple imagery where we can have simple imagery.
I suppose it's the decluttering is the biggest thing for you. And so when you're thinking about your brand, you're thinking, how can I bring in the essence of what I'm about?
Yeah. Simple. It's just simple.
Simplicity and minimalism.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of like exemplifies your brand.
Yeah.
And that carries through your website, through your socials, and through your work, like your actual product, like what you offer to people. And
keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, and really, really, and so we've had a lot of competition or a lot of business start. So I think we were one of the first in New Zealand.
Do you think so? Yeah.
A bit of an industry leader in that sense. We still don't have a BIC code, a business industry code specific to organisation and decluttering.
So what do you do when you're ACC form?
Oh, I mean, it changes every year. It's terrible. Yeah, it doesn't exist, you know.
Yeah.
In
But
this
8 years later, have you not?
8 years later, I mean, you know, I'll
We have
put that
to
on the list.
set a petition for you.
They can go next on the list. But you know, I don't know, about 6 years in, we went through and simplified all of our processes again, and just keeping all of the whole team are all minimalistic by nature. Which is really nice as well. Not a lot of the team follow trends, and not a lot of the team are consumers in that sense. We always say we're service. You can enjoy our service without having to buy our product. We don't want to give you more
Stuff
in your home if you don't need it.
You just use their own stuff.
You use their own stuff, you know. Repurposing, solution finding. And then keeping, and I think through the service and keeping the service simple, that continues to boost the brand and how that's been portrayed as well. You know, not having, like, we just have simple marketing for our product, simple ideas, straightforward, and not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. You know, transparency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the habit that you've continued to do, or a routine that continued to do that helped you succeed as a service business owner of Sort My House?
A habit or a routine? I'm a great believer in habit stacking.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't know. Like,
waking up early or...
No, gosh, I can't do that. No, I'm in 8 hours a night. I tried it about 2 years into the business. I joined a whole lot of business groups. One of them was like, if you want to achieve, you need to get up at 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m., you need to do this, this, and this. And I tried it for like 6 weeks. I got sick.
Oh,
It's not who I am.
I'm so relieved.
Yeah, and that's part of the learning, and then giving yourself grace, you know. Like,
so are you? What happens like in your daily routine? Do you wake up? Do you sleep late, working late, and then wake up early? Or
no, I'm quite ordered. I sleep from 10 till 6:30. Like, lights are out 10 o'clock. I guess, like, we don't fluff in our home life, if that makes sense. I have a very small wardrobe. So I don't have a lot of decisions to make when it comes to what I'm wearing. We have a uniform for work, and so that's literally just get up and put on the uniform, easy peasy out the door.
Yeah.
We do a menu plan, so that's all done and organised, and I don't have to think about it. So I guess planning and organising to remove the decisions and the decision fatigue so that I can spend time on the things I really need to spend time on. I know when I work best on specific types of the business. So I know, for example, if I have to do anything creative or big picture thinking, my best window is from 4 o'clock until 6 o'clock in the evening.
Really?
Which sucks when you've got kids.
Yeah, how do you do that?
So that's really hard. But my brain really starts to switch on about 2 o'clock. And I've noticed that from when I was at uni.
So interesting, isn't it?
For whatever reason, that's when... So when I first started, did a lot of the doing, the physical stuff from 9 till 2, and then from 2 till whenever I was, back on parenting, would do the computer, the admin, the creative, the big picture thinking stuff. For the really big picture thinking, have to clear a space, like totally clear, no distractions. Or if I know that I've got a lot of work that I need to get through.
If someone has a super messy home right now and they're desperate to clean it up and need some advice on where to even begin.
Oh, start small. Start small. One shelf, one corner, one drawer. Don't look at the whole thing. And actually, I've written blogs, and we've done multiple posts about how to declutter. We wrote an online course, which I have taken down because it needs updating, and that's all about how to do it. It's a how-to guide essentially, but start small. Don't think you have to do the whole thing all at once. Set a timer and just say, look, for the next 15 minutes, I'm just going to sort this drawer. Make sure you're not hungry.
Why is that?
Because then you'll get distracted by wanting to go and get something to eat. So you're removing the distractions.
So clean when you're full.
Yeah, eat something first.
Okay.
Put on some good music, motivate it, like whatever motivates you, and just start.
Wow.
Just start. There's nothing better than just starting.
And of course, if they need your help, where can they go to?
So we're online, our website, Sort My House, Instagram, Facebook, a little bit of TikTok. We're kind of around.
It's been such a joy and fun to have you on, Angela. I really enjoyed it, and I really wish you all the best.
Thanks for having me.